Welcome back there, Curselings. Curselord Nick here, and we're going to continue learning how to play Machine Strike. So, we are basically going to get through the rest of the tutorials, and then hopefully move on to playing our first actual regular game. And if I remember correctly, gotta remember how to get down there. Nope, that's the exit. I always forget where she's at, because it's like, there it is, a little bit below. Alright, here we go.
Why not sit down for a game of Strike? Oh, you want to play, Red? I knew I'd make a Strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering for me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play. Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Not there. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know. Good luck.
All right, I believe this is our our first actual game. So we're allowed to place in the first 2 rows. Oh, I see.
That's it for me. Okay, let's see. Your move, Red. You got me down to one piece. I am impressed. Time to make my move. You're up, Red. Now that was a game, even if I lost.
I think I'm getting it for the most part. It's like those weak spots, the combat power increase. All right, let's try this one.
Here we go.
Okay. What did she put on the board? Is that a burrower? Okay, climb. When attacking from hill terrain, gain combat power. And then this is, I think, hill terrain is this one, right? The gray one. Probably should have.
I'm up. Your turn.
Okay, they got two.
Time to get serious.
Oh, I see. You can only do 2 pieces a turn.
Board's all yours. My turn. Board's all yours.
All right, let's see. Attacking the weak side. I kind of want to pull these guys into my lancers, so if I move here and rotate and attack, I can get 1 piece off of the
One
board.
less piece on the board.
Alright, let's see how the strategy works out for us. Oop. Dang it.
You're up, Red.
Alright, so not so good. Yeah, she won't move them into position, which is kind of funny. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do the damage. Um, no, oh yeah, because if I do that's the overcharge, right? Oh, I didn't know they do 2
Well,
damage.
that's done now.
Okay. Oh, because is it a climber?
Okay, let's see.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yes!
Oh, did it overcharge? Dang it. No.
Looks like you're down to one piece.
No, that's actually a bad idea. Take out the bigger piece.
Ah, off the board it goes.
Oh, I guess if I do the overcharge, I can finish him.
You got me. Fair and square.
Okay, kind of got that one. That was a little sloppy on my part. Oh boy. Let's try to get this,
Let's do this.
oh wow, that's a lot of pieces. Okay. Put one there. 2, 1, 3. Kind of want, yeah, I want to get these. And my hope is to force them to come to us. So a scrounger.
That's it for me. My turn.
Let's see if I can get them to chase me.
Your move, Red.
Now, they can move 3. They don't have a skill. They do, can target 1 away and they do 2 damage. So, but they got... Yeah, let's just go ahead and do 1. Just get an attack in there. And then let's get a burrower up here. So that way no one's can get through my defense. And let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oops, they overcharged. Dang it. Okay, fine. I see how it's gonna be. Alright, we're going in here. Take that piece out.
Right off the board.
Let's go ahead and end our turn.
Time to get
Oh.
serious.
Should have seen overcharge probably.
That was brutal.
Man.
Ah, off the board it goes. Okay.
I'm trying to lure her in. I'm glad at least that they don't worry about like how many
Your
moves you
turn.
got or anything like that. Move that one there. All right, and then let's go ahead and try to draw her in. Okay.
Your move, Red.
I know she's purposefully enticing me, but I will take it.
Oh, you hit that weak spot all right.
And then, oh, this is my scrounger I'm using, I believe. Okay, so we're gonna do this and try to get her to go behind me to hit my weak spot. So let's go ahead and do some damage. I could overcharge and finish it, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm trying to see if I can get some of these to move into a position where I can like hit them from the high ground and do a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and end.
Time to make my move.
Could be a mistake on my part.
That's it for me.
Okay. Alright, we'll finish that
Knocked
piece.
right off the board.
And we'll do that. And then you know what? Let's go ahead and overcharge.
One less piece on the board.
And then that leaves her with 2.
I'm up.
Oof. Okay.
Board's all yours. Oh, I thought I had that one.
Oh, I got the 7 first. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just trying to knock her pieces off the board. Okay, and last but not least, the regular challenge. Oh boy. Let's do it. Oh, create a new set with strike pieces from your inventory. Oh, I don't even. This is where I'm afraid. So we have a scrapper. We have 2 of those, 2 of those. Oh, and then we have the ram ones: lance horn, fang horn, and a grazer. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay, so I say we take in 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. Oh, this one's mountain, this one's hill. Okay. No, let's do that. We're just gonna try.
Is gonna be fun.
Okay, so burrower, let's get him here. I want to get a scrapper, I want to get him here. And I'm gonna put him there. Let's get our fanghorn over here. Let's get our other burrower right there. And then our other scrapper. No, let's put him right there.
Your turn.
Okay, I'll get +2. Okay, high ground, mountain. I forget about the oh, mountain is the white one. Okay. Yeah, we'll go right here for right now.
Time to get serious.
All right. The whole point is to pull them in. Okay.
You're up, Red.
what? Let's kind of play a little defensively here. Okay.
Time to make my move.
Come on, bring some of your other pieces in. Oof.
You're up, Red.
Now. Yeah. Nice. I've been wanting to try that. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
that's done now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's see.
Alright, where's my scrappers at? Okay, scrapper. I love this distance thing,
Armor
actually.
is a machine's best defense.
Okay, this could be a gamble.
Ah, off the board it goes.
But I'm gonna leave that person open to attack. Oof. Okay, because it's too much of an allure, and then. All right, let's go for it. Yep, here goes. Yeah, I knew they were gonna do.
That's done now.
Okay.
Board's all yours.
So. Scrap.
Knocked right off the board.
And my other scrapper is. Boom. Okay, that's a burrower. I could overcharge. Let's take a risk. Let's try it. Because I only need one more defeat. If I can get that. All I gotta do is take out one more piece. And here we go. These scrappers are good. I really like them. And there we go. We win.
Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say.
And I think we get 2 skill points from it. That's awesome.
You know where to find me, Red.
Heck yeah. Alright, let's see. So. Oh, now those have changed on the board. Interesting. Fire going. Oh, okay. Oh, so one of the things I wanted to do while we're here is to go back and do those things we couldn't do in the beginning. So let's use the rest of this episode. Let me see. Alright. I'm gonna do some traveling.
Dylan. Boomer's workshop. What happened here? Guess Stella and Boomer won't be coming back to...
Oh, they're wanted.
Chain scrape anytime soon.
Hopefully we'll be able to find them. Okay. Like, it's like, well, that's not cool. Okay, so let's go ahead towards this metal flower. Oh yeah, it's up in the lookout. So we're gonna have to do some climbing. And I think it's time we're gonna start cleaning up and finishing some stuff. Alright, we'll have to see. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get up there, but we shall see. Oh, there is a conversation to be had in there. Yeah, I'm stuck. Oh, I wonder if that's Talana.
Ow! Welcome to my life.
How do I get back? Let me in. Really, you can only go through the gate. It's just machines, guys. Come on.
We need the last supplies to come in.
When's that gonna be?
No idea.
I see you all made it back.
Hammer and tongs. That they did, Huntress. They tell me you blasted through the problem. Lokuf here came back trembling like a twig.
Hey! What's important is everyone made it out. No thanks to Olvin. Let's just count our lucky sparks that Petra's taken over the mine's supervision.
Guess that means no more slacking off.
Just stay safe.
Okay, and just because we're at time, I'm gonna go ahead and I was hoping that was Talana, but we're gonna go ahead and save it right here, and then we'll resume our next episode and start heading around our first area and getting all the things we missed, like the metal flowers and the fire gleam. So with that, I'll say, as always, thank you for watching. You guys know what to do, and I'll see you in the next episode.
He looked as